beauties, welcome to my channel. My name is Chidima of Ucnoeline Beauty Empire. If you are new here, you are highly welcome, and for my old subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. So guys, I want to show you how I made this beautiful wig you saw in the beginning of this video. And if this sounds like something you would like to see, please stay tuned and keep watching. I will take you through the process. As you can see, I am making this wig on a fullest wig. I have already parted my fullest wig. I advise you do so it helps you to make the process so seamless and easy for you. Okay, so this is me braiding the wig, the hair. I'm going to braid it halfway, and once I get to my preferred length where I want the coils to start from, I will tie the braid. I'm going to show you that quickly in this video right now. I'm going to do it a few more times so that you see how I braided the hair. I did a knotless braid. Yeah, I did a knotless braid. Then after that, like I did before, I tied the knot once I get to where I want the braids to stop and the coils to start from. Then the next thing I'm going to do after braiding the hair, I'm going to put the hair in hot water. I don't mean boiling hot water. Don't let the hot water to get to a boil, because we're going to repeat the process 2 times. The reason I'm going to put it in hot water, put the braids in hot water, is to help to trim down the braids and to make it more sleek. You can use a hand dryer to blow dry it, or anything to flat iron the hair first before you coil it. Reason. So it's not advisable to coil your braids directly like this, because once you do it that way, the coils might not come out the way you want it. So I would advise you to first slick down your hair in hot water, or you blow dry the hair using hand dryer. So before I put it in hot water, I first of all make sure I detangle the hair. I straighten it out first and then dip it in hot water. As you can see, the hot water is not that too hot. Okay, I use hot water that is not at a boiling point. Don't allow your hot water to get to the boiling point. But once it starts steaming, you bring it out, and as you can see, I'm even putting my hand there. It's not too hot. It's not that too hot. It's hot to hot you, but it's not too hot the way it should be for the coiling part. So after that, I make sure I comb out the hair, make it straight before it dries out, and let it dry out. After it dries, I go ahead to do the second process, which is coiling. For coiling, I'm taking out little section of hair. You section the hair depending on how you want your coils to be. I section out some portion of hair and use some flexi rod and rollers to roll it the way I'm showing you. How you roll your hair determines how the outcome of your coils. I want the coils to be tighter. Yes. So I am twisting it. As you do, I'm twisting my hand. I'm twisting my hand as I am rolling the hair on the flexi rod. And I'm making the coils to be tight. I'm not giving any chance or any space between the coils. Yeah. Once I'm done rolling the hair, I clip my last to secure the ends of the braids. I'll repeat it a few more times so you get what I am doing, right? Then after this process, the next process is the hot water method. This is where you put the hair in the very hot water. Very, when I say very hot, let the hot water get to a boiling point. Then you start dipping your hair in hot water. Yeah, you can add leave-in conditioner, but I didn't see any significant difference it made because I added leave-in conditioner. It is optional, okay? I didn't see anything it did to the hair. So whether you add leave-in conditioner or not, it will still give you the same results. Then after dipping it in hot water and allow it to dry completely, I'll go ahead to unravel the hair, remove the flexi rods, and review to you what the coils look like. So after unraveling the hair, it's dry here. I don't want to separate the coils while the hair is dry. I'm going to first of all cut off the tipped ends so that it will make your separation easy. I'm using this brace marinette. Yeah, this is the consistency of the braid marinette, just to help make the hair slippery and just to marinate the braid with the solution and start separating the coils. You see how the coils are separating easily, following me. Once I touch it, this first start following me, and this is what the coils look like. Then after separating the coils, I'll go ahead with my styling mousse to bring the coils together. Yeah, but it's optional. This method is of this process, or this part is optional. The coils are already popping, they are already good. We can go ahead. The styling mousse will also make the hair shiny. We can go ahead to skip this part and apply your oil sheen on the hair. I'll go ahead to trim the tips of the hair, which at some point, maybe in future, I might decide to trim the hair down more, but for now I want it this full. Yeah, so this is what the inside of the hair looks like. I want to show you quickly before I go ahead and install the hair. So let me tell you, first of all, I'm not going to show you the full installation of the wig here because I have to be honest with you, I'm not too conversant with installation of wig. I am a closure type of wig person. I like to wear closure wig, but for frontals and the fullest wig, they are still new to me. I know I make wig, but I don't know how to install it. So installing them on camera was a struggle, but I will show you a little bit of what I did. So to install this fullest wig, this is me wearing it first to see how it feels on my head. I'll go ahead to bring it out of from my head and cut out the excess lace around the braids before I put it on my head. And after that, I will use my foundation, a shade that is a shade darker than my shade. It is advisable use a shade darker than your shade, maybe one shade darker. Okay, it helps it to look more natural. So after applying the foundation to trim down the lace, as you can see, this is a, what's it called, transparent lace, because there is this video I did, somebody was saying that the lace was so white. Yes, the lace was white because I did not tint the lace, because that wig, that particular wig, is for somebody, so the owner of the wig will be the one to tint it to her color, hair color or skin color. But this one that is my own now, I'm going to tint it with my foundation to suit my skin color. Yes, so I use mostly Swiss lace, which is transparent, most of my wigs. So this is me showing you some parts where I installed the wig. Like I told you, I struggle with installation. Let's forget about that part. I'm going to show you the end result next. So guys, this is the end result. This is what the wig looks like. Pardon me, I know this installation is not perfect. You can see some imperfection around the edges. Pardon me, I am not good in this. I'm not yet perfect in wig installation, especially fullest and the frontal. So this is what the hair looks like, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and if you're interested in ordering any wig from me, please check the description box, the column that says to order a wig. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe. See you again in my next video. Bye bye.